What's up, everybody? This is Judith Echo. You're listening to Mad Love. Let's get into it. I think for the first time ever, I have strongly considered not watching the NFL anymore. The officiating has been egregious this year. Like calls, penalty calls, game-changing calls, really affecting the outcome of the games. It's like somebody mentioned that it might be gambling, that people are taking buyouts. I don't know. Kickers missing kicks. I mean, it's just been horrible. Like reliable kickers missing 30-yard kicks in regular weather. It's like, what's happening? I don't know. I do not like the product that's on the field. And for the first time since I've been alive, I was not enthusiastic about watching football for the last 2 or 3 weeks just because the games have been so poorly officiated. And then it's hard to watch certain teams because they just don't have enough talent or something's missing. Like the Steelers without DK Metcalf, good for them. They made the playoffs, but man, nobody thinks they're world beaters. That defense did get stout, and that was good because they had been pretty porous this year, but it's really rough to watch these games, and you can almost feel the officials have been mandated to make it go a certain way. That's what it feels like. And even if that's always been the case, I never wanted it to feel like that. You know, when they kicked, I think, Alex Pierce out of the Indianapolis game, and it's like, he wasn't going after the ref. He touched the ref. You could clearly see it was an accident, but you got rid of their best receiver. And in the third quarter, I think it was, it's like, oh, so this isn't going to impact the game. Some of the play calls, some of the penalties, you know, even the expert in the booth was like, that's not a penalty. I forgot what game it was. I want to say in the Pittsburgh-Baltimore game early on, there was a big penalty. Oh, that big penalty that negated Derrick Henry's big run. It was like, what's happening here? I don't know. The product on the field is not good enough for me to overlook all of this interference. Like, what happened to let them play? I don't know. And if the NFL still hasn't hired full-time refs, I don't think these are employees of the NFL. I knew a guy in college. His stepfather was a referee. They're not employees. They have regular jobs. That's part of the problem, I think. You know, so you could probably buy them off. I don't know. Like I said, this is the first time in my entire life, and I've watched football since the 70s, since I was a little kid. But this is the first time I think, man, I could really break up with the sport. It was hard enough when they took the Rams back to LA, and the way they did it was so shady and sneaky. And I hope St. Louis doesn't fall for it and want another team. Just don't get another team. We're the only place that has lost 2 football teams. So I would say, I don't know. It's really discouraging. And I have to be honest, I may be breaking up with football, which means my television will never be on. And, you know, I'll be super frank and honest. The Super Bowl is my least favorite game. So we're getting towards the end of the year, or towards the time of the year where I'm not really, if it's not 2 teams I really like, I will not watch any part of the Super Bowl. I can't stand it. It's the worst day for actual football fans. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I was very discouraged. These last games have been very, very, very poorly officiated. So, my neighbor's wife died. It was so sudden and so sad. But it helps me to realize that everybody's life is not guaranteed. We make a lot of assumptions. We're always stressed out about money. We're always stressed out about a million different things at a million different times. Like, we're just mad or stressed or sad or whatever. And it's like, but why are we expending our energy like that? Because we don't know what's going to happen in the next moment. Nobody has any idea or any clue. And it just makes me so sad. And this is actually his second wife. His first wife died of cancer, and I knew her, and I went to her funeral, and I went to Howard with their children. So it's just sad. But it teaches me all the time to recognize that God is so good and nothing is promised. So why waste any time? You just don't know what's in store for you. So you gotta be in the moment and be present in that moment and be a grown-up when someone is talking to you, and be present with them, because you might not get to talk to them again. Real talk. That might be the last time you see them ever again. And it's cool to see people in your dreams that have gone on to the other side or live in another realm or whatever you want to call it, transitioned. But it's so much better when you can actually talk to them. For the first probably 9 months after my mom passed, I dreamed about her all the time. I miss her very much. But I know she's free, and she is at the Neiman Marcus sale in the sky, where it's always on sale. And I'm here building my life and putting it back together, and probably making the connection from the person I was trying to become after college and who I am now. And I'm able to put those two things together and just make it work. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm proud of. That's what I'm working towards. And, if I could impart anything, just be in the moment and be in the moment with the people you love, and be present and love on them, and just live your best life, because you can't control what's going to happen externally. I've seen so many videos trying to make me believe that Trump did something noble by removing that president. But I think from my own investigation and what I read, it sounds like he was doing a favor for Israel, because that guy was not pro-Israel. That's one thing for sure. Believe it or not, there are people who aren't anti-Semitic. They just don't believe all their money and support should go to Israel. So one day we're going to find out what Israel really is, because it doesn't make a lot of sense. And people want to come after you about it and about that topic, but when you look at the staggering amount of financial support we send to Israel, and we're not even able to cover health care or disaster relief or anything major for an American, we've sent all of our money over there, which makes me think that they're stealing it. And the same with Ukraine. Like, we're going to find out that all this stuff was like a big Ponzi scheme, because somebody's going to get double-crossed, and that's what always happens in every crime. Someone gets double-crossed, and then they squeal on everybody. And eventually we're going to find out the truth of all of this, and it's going to be sordid and ugly, and we're going to have to, really not be in our feelings. Because I'm telling you, my former employer is having a super hard time making my retirement funds available to me. And that's on a low level. So if they tell you they have an $80 million deficit, and I'm just trying to get my funds out so I can put it in a Roth IRA, and this poor little lady keeps emailing me, no one's been at work, no one's here, I'm like, why is this so difficult? Yeah, that's on a small scale. Do that times a billion with all of our tax dollars. People are greedy and corrupt, and you just have to vibrate higher. You just have to find love and vibrate higher, because that's the only way to beat these people. They're demonic. You steal people's hard-earned money, you should be dealt with. And they're not built for it. They're not built for being dealt with, I can tell you that. John Harbaugh got fired today. So, end of an era there. I don't know what happened. But, Lamar Jackson is an emotional guy. And he's a generational talent. And no one can say that Harbaugh didn't do a great job adjusting the offense to Lamar's strengths. But I bet you he was okay with letting Lamar go. And I bet you the team was like, no, if you can't still see a vision with Lamar, we're going to let you go. And that's what happened. I'm sure someone traced those untraceable quotes back to Harbaugh. I'm just speculating. I don't know these people. But I think he'll wind up coaching again if he wants to. He's a very good coach. He needs to be in a place, though, where the offense kind of hums along and does its own thing. I'm not sure he's an offensive guy, but he was a great hire. 18 years is nothing to sneeze at. And I think Harbaugh to the Giants would be interesting. But, working that hard, I'm sure he wants to take a break. But I definitely think that Giants opening would be interesting for him. I forgot what other opening is out there. But if he gets the offensive coordinator right, that's a lot of talent up there. Scadaboo, Dart, they have a lot of potential on the defensive side of the ball. So it would be nice to see the Giants be good again. And then have Harbaugh in that rivalry with the Redskins and Philly. That would be fun. So we'll see. But everything comes to an end, pleasant and unpleasant. So you just have to move on and be prepared to be in the moment and enjoy the next moment and the moment after that. Nothing lasts forever. And that's okay. That's how it's designed. It's designed to make you stay eternally grateful. And all of us don't do that all the time. That's me doing that's my dishwasher. So I hope you have an amazing day today. Be great, be beautiful, be blessed. Like, subscribe, and share if you like. If there was some value in this, please let me know. You're always more than welcome to reach out to the podcast if there's a topic you're interested in. If you follow us on Spotify, that'd be great. You can smash and give us those 5 stars. Like I said, share the love. I don't know just how popular or unpopular this podcast is, but growing by 999% has kept me here. And people have pled to, don't stop. You better not stop podcasting. So I didn't stop podcasting. So keep listening and take care of yourselves. Really, literally, take care of yourself. It's important. Love you. Bye.